Hey, what's up? Ben here from Gravel Throat Reviews. It's January 28th, 2025. You'll have to excuse the lighting on this video because my power is out currently, so just kind of doing the best with what I got here. But regardless of that, it is my birthday, and I have 5 brand new albums that you should check out, and we're going to talk about them right here. So let's go. Okay, number 1 is Mogwai with the album The Bad Fire. Break out the incense and the fog machine. You're going to work on your inner child today, folks. This new album from Mogwai is very meditative and holistic. If you're like me, you have these little things in the back of your head that you worry about constantly. And one of the ways I deal with this is to listen to a slow, melodic album with very little or none lyrics at all. No lyrics at all. And just kind of let it cleanse your mind. I allow the music to block those unproductive little thoughts so I can focus on what's important in the moment. I call these albums kind of just holistic music or holistic horror if you have genre brain rot like I do. But anyways, this Mogwai album, The Bad Fire, is very much that. It's very mellow, clean, dreamy riffs and spacious atmospheres that leave you suspended in a positive mental state. My favorite song on this album is their single, which is Fanzine Made of Flesh. That is super catchy. Love the lyrics, love the vocals on that song as well. Kind of like a Daft Punk kind of vibe a little bit. But my least favorite song is probably 18 Volcanoes, just because I don't really like the vocal inflections on this track very much, but that's just my personal preference, obviously. But yeah, I mean, this is a great meditative song or album to throw on while you're like, say, at the gym, or you're doing some work on your computer, or you're doing some homework, whatever the case may be. But yeah, that's a great album. That's Mogwai with the album The Bad Fire, and I give it a 7 out of 10. Okay, and number 2 is Cynthoni. Draining Love Story is the name of the album. I'm just going to tell you guys right now, this album is going to be on my list of my favorite albums of the year. There's a 100% chance of that. Cynthoni is an electronic jungle drum and bass project created by Australian artist Sewer SLUT. This person is said to be only 24 years old, which is, I think, pretty cool because that means we'll have likely many more years of music by this artist, which makes me very happy. The album Draining Love Story is a masterpiece of very psychedelic, lightning fast drum and bass, as well as moments of trip hop, ambient compositions that seem drowsy and dreamlike. There is very few lyrics on this album to get in the way of the ethereal synth passages and beautifully mixed drums. The drums fade in and out with these extended modulation times. Typically, these types of drum sweeps last for about like 4 measures, but this project, they kind of draw them out, so they're way longer and more, they're more interesting in that way. But I love all the small details that Cynthoni's putting into these songs. There's little sparkling bells, little amazing little synths. The drums are super sick on this album. If you like drum and bass, you have to check out this album. It's fantastic. That is Cynthoni with Draining Love Story, and I give it a 9 out of 10. Great album. Love that album. Okay, and number 3 is Sunrot with the EP Passages. Sunrot is a New Jersey-based sludge drone doom band that was formed in 2013. I was recommended this album by Josh from Malvich just the other day, and I'm super thankful for that. Thank you, Josh. This album is heavy as hell. They have a consistent vocal harmony on the first song. Well, it's the first song after the intro, so technically the second song, and it's called First Wound. Featuring Dylan Walker, and there's some high-pitched yells combined with some crushing guttural vocals, so they have the highs and lows at the same time, which is something that I find massively cool. The guitar tones make me want to bang my head through the wall. Also, at the end of the song, the riffs start to speed up slowly, and the tension just builds and builds and builds, and the riff keeps speeding up. It's super cool dynamic. Yeah, they executed this audio trick pretty damn well. That was really cool. The third track is a super noisy, fuzzy track that feels kind of like an ambient intro. It lasts for only about 2 minutes, then doesn't really go anywhere. Not totally sure why this track is on here. Maybe they just kind of want to dabble into some drone type stuff, which is totally fine. Not my favorite though. But the last song, Untethered, and holy shit, it goes so hard. The pulsating guitar riffs are so clean and yet so dirty. The vocals are manic and mournful. This song is super, super sick. I love this track. Yeah, overall, this is a pretty cool EP. I would have liked a little bit less ambient parts and a little bit more instrumentation, but that's just me. I think it's a great EP though. Love it, love it. That is Sunrot with the EP Passages, and I give it an 8.5 out of 10. Great EP. And number 4 is The Skeleton Key by Marciano and the Alchemist. This album dropped at the very, very end of 2024, December 13th to be exact. This is a little sophisticated, jazzy, retro boom bap album that is refreshing, invigorating. The legendary producer Alchemist teams up with Marciano to deliver a very clearly 90s inspired hip hop style album, chock full of shimmering keys, lush horns, cityscape atmospheres, and punchy kicks. Rock Marciano's lyrics are like a mix of kind of MF Doom meets Ghostface Killah. They're clever, they're subdued with like a calm confidence. Yeah, this would have been like a classic album if they released it in 1994. This is very much 1994 vibes, East Coast type style. Yeah, this has RZA, Wu-Tang Capadonna written all over it in a good way. Yeah, I mean, there's heavily influenced by MF Doom, very obviously, and the Jordan Peterson sample is hilarious too. But yeah, that is The Skeleton Key by Marciano and the Alchemist, and I give it an 8 out of 10. Super, super good boom bap hip hop album. And the last song I want to talk about, or excuse me, the last album that I want to talk about today is Balloonerism by Mac Miller. This is a posthumous release by the one and only Mac Miller, who was a great talent, singer, songwriter, rapper, multi-instrumentalist as well. Been making music since he was an early teenager. Who unfortunately passed away on September 7th of 2018. Mac has released over a dozen albums, including The Divine Feminine in 2016, Circles in 2020, Good AM in 2015, and his breakthrough album Blue Slide Park in 2012. But yeah, Balloonerism is a jazz hip-hop album that has so many clever moments. So many clever moments of bliss. Mac Miller talks about his own death like he knew it was coming. It's very interesting. It's kind of like a David Bowie experience in that way. His delicate vocals are often melodic and thoughtful. One of my favorite bars from his song is, "If I could just pay my rent by Tuesday, I bet I'd be rich by April Fool's Day. The moon is wide awake with a smile on his face as we smuggle constellations in a suitcase." Obviously, I fucked it up there, but you get the point. Great bars on this album. This album is diverse, it's meditative, it's clever. It's also very, very sad, being that he's no longer with us. But it's amazing to see how Mac Miller has music coming out, good music coming out even 7 years after his death. That's just really, really cool. But yeah, rest in peace, Mac Miller. That is the album Balloonerism, and it is a 9 out of 10 for me. Just a great album. I recommend all hip-hop heads to listen to that album. But yeah, that is 5 new albums just dropped that you guys all should check out. Check out all these artists. I'll leave a little list right here so you can screenshot it if you don't remember what was going on in the video. But yeah, thanks for being here. Much respect to all these artists. Ben from Gravel Throat Reviews. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.